Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing something super fun. So it is the month of April and prom season usually starts around this time. So I thought it'd be a really fun idea to look back on my prom years and recreate the first look I ever did, which would be the first prom I ever went to. So I'm so excited about this video and I cannot wait to dive in and recreate this look, except for an updated version as to like how I would do it now versus then. And I will insert pictures of kind of how I did my makeup for prom then, which is nothing compared to what it will be now. But I'm super excited, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell before you leave. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. Okay guys, so my first prom I went to was with my now husband. It was his senior prom, and I had this very beautiful, all colorful dress. It had blues, greens, purples, oranges, yellows, pinks. Every color you could think of was in that dress, and I will insert a picture here so you can see it. Back then, I was into makeup, but not extremely into makeup. So the look that I created, it looked, the best picture I could see, I zoomed in, it looked like a purple smoky eye with just black eyeliner all the way around. So looking at that picture now in the dress, I see a totally different vision of makeup that I would do. So we're going to recreate that today, but I'm going to show you how I would do it now that I'm more experienced in makeup and I have more palettes that I can work with. Because back in the day, let me tell you, Dollar General was my best friend. And that's where I got most of my makeup from and eyeshadow palettes. Like, I wasn't, you know, into it like that. So we're going to get started and we are going to do an updated prom makeup matching the dress that I wore. And I wish I still had that dress because it was gorgeous. It took me years to depart from that dress. Years. Just saying. It meant a lot. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And first thing is first, back then I never did eyebrows. Filling your eyebrows in was just not a thing at that moment in time. Thank goodness, because I missed those days. So now I would definitely fill in my brows. I'm going to show you guys how I would probably do my brows. So I'm just going to take this brow gel. It's the Mellow Cosmetics brow gel. Because my brows are already so dark, I can get away with just running this through and they're filled in. So I'll start at the tail. And then, of course, I would probably go through and clean them up, you know. Why not? So I'm going to take just a little bit of concealer, and I am going to clean them up just because I would be going to prom, and I would definitely want my brows on point. And there they are. Beautiful. So now for the rest of my eye, I'm going to go ahead and do my eye first because I'm using color, so I don't want to ruin the base. So I like to do my eyes first. That way if I have any fallout, I can clean this up and then do my foundation. So I am going to use white. And back then, I never used to use anything like primer or concealer or any of that. So I pretty much just put foundation on, put it on my eyelids, and then that was my base. So all the concealers and stuff like that, didn't know nothing about it. Now I just blend this out. And I love prom season. Prom season and wedding season is my absolute favorite makeups to do on clients. So my dress was extremely colorful, but looking at it, I did a little bit of a smoky eye in that picture, but I do remember I didn't want to do too much color on the eyes because the dress was so colorful. I didn't want to take attention away from that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this pastel purple to begin with. This one right here. So I am going to do a bit of a cut crease. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like kind of lay this color down. And I know I did like a purple-ish smoky eye in the picture. But I want to show you guys how I would do it now if I were to go to prom in that same dress. And I am dragging it like in a triangle shape. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Okay guys, so I got the purple somewhat blended. This pastel purple is a little bit more difficult to work with, but it's possible. So I think I actually want to deepen it up just a smidge, just because I did do a smoky eye in that video. In that time, I think I might take this just a little bit, just a wee teensy weensy little bit. See, and that just gives it a little more like depth. So now I'm going to cut the crease. But in that picture, like my whole eyelid was kind of dark. And then it was like all purple and then a little bit of dark on the outer corner. So I think I'm gonna go in with like a lighter shade just to kind of open everything up. The way it doesn't look so closed in, if that makes sense. Alright guys, so I did one eye off camera just to see how I would like it, and I love it with like the pop of yellow, so we're gonna go with that. And then I go in with a white and set the top. Okay, and then we're gonna take the little one and we're gonna dip into the dark purple to blend the yellow and the purple together. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna start on the base makeup. So back then I did not believe in primer, moisturizer, any of that. So I've already cleansed and moisturized my face, of course. So now I'm gonna go in with some primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I'm just gonna take my finger and just try to blur out my pores. Alright, and then for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And back then, I don't even know what foundation I used. I used whatever foundation I could possibly get my hands on, basically. But I know that it didn't use full coverage. And this foundation is like medium to full. It's definitely buildable if you want to build it up. And back then I didn't really, I used those like dry little like white wedge sponges to do my foundation. I didn't have like beauty blenders or brushes or any of that. I just used the like dollar store little sponges. So now I'm gonna go in with concealer with Tarte Shape Tape. And then I'm gonna set with Airspun. Even though back then I never set anything. I can look back and really just think, like, how did my makeup even last? Like, did it even last? Like, I think I wore the sheerest foundation possible. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew it evened out my skin tone. That's all that I really did know about it. And I didn't know what bronzer was or contour, any of that mess. So, I knew what blush was. I did use blush. But contour, highlight, stuff like that, didn't know what it was. I'm going to contour and highlight, or contour and bronze. So I'm gonna use my butter bronzer. But this definitely is a game changer for makeup because it really brings that life back into your skin. And it's just gorgeous. Like, I don't know how in the world I lived without bronzer and contour. I'm going to actually contour my face. I'm gonna go in with FX, this contour shade. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna take a dry wedge and I'm just going to kind of sculpt this out. I'm gonna take this little guy and go into that same grayish cool tone brown. So now to finish the under eye, this small brush, and I'm gonna dip into that dark purple and just go close to the lash line. And then I'm gonna take the bigger one, and I'm gonna go with that pastel purple and blend this out. And then I'm going to highlight. Go in with this one this time, because this is like intense. So I'm going to be very careful about my Cupid's bow today, because I don't want to highlight this bump that I have. I'm being very precise. So now I got this in a BoxyCharm. I love this blush. Love, 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 love it. It's very like, oh, I can't even describe it. It's so beautiful. And a little goes a long way. I'm gonna take this. You can make this very subtle or very bright. Alright guys, so I'm going to do the eyeliner and eyelashes off camera, and then I'll be right back to show you the final look. Okay guys, so I finished up my eyes and I put on the Morphe Schoolgirl Liquid Lip, and it looks so beautiful. So back when I went to prom, I did not wear lipstick or anything like that of color, but here is the final look. And this is definitely something that I would for sure wear to prom in that dress. It is, you know, it's fun, it's colorful, it has the pop of yellow, but at the end of the day, it's very, I don't think this would take away from the dress. I think it would flow very beautiful. So this is just my take on my updated prom makeup look that I would do now if I were to go to prom again. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And once again, subscribe and hit the bell before you leave so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.